My channel. Today, you guys are probably wondering, you've already uploaded a video today. Why are you uploading another one? Recently, I asked you guys in my community center which video you guys would rather see first. My review of the KEVYN Balm Foundation or the Sephora sale. Now, I know that the Sephora sale launches today and I was a little bit nervous because I know that so many of you have been waiting for the KEVYN Balm Foundation and so many of you guys are wanting to start shopping today. Like, you don't want to wait till tomorrow because the Rouge members are able to shop today. So I decided to upload both of these videos today. Yes, it's a little bit more work for me to do, but it's not that big of a deal. I will do anything to accommodate you guys, and that's just where we're at. Plus, I like staying busy and keeping my mind off my son leaving me. So this is all good for me too, you guys. If you guys did not see my review of the KEVYN Balm Foundation, I uploaded that about an hour ago, so I will link that up in the art cards and also in the description box down below. So we're gonna go ahead and talk about the products that I recommend to maybe possibly pick up during the Sephora sale. I like to shop smart, and so I always like these recommendation videos because, you know, I will leave stuff in my cart and I'll leave it in there and then I'll be like, okay, I don't need you. Like, I'm that type of a shopper where I'll just like put a bunch of stuff in my cart or a bunch of stuff in my favorites and then kind of start going in and knocking them out. I don't know if you guys are like that, but I'm totally like that. So I decided to kind of give you guys an idea of the recommendations that I would personally recommend to you guys to pick up during the sale, and also things that I'm going to be picking up. There are quite a few things on my list that I have been waiting to pick up, but you know, it just keeps kind of getting pushed to the side. But a sale is like the perfect time to be like, you know, taking them off of the favorites, putting them in the cart and checking out. We're gonna go ahead and start talking about the products that I recommend to you guys. Now, some of these products are new, but some of them are not. I do know that there has been a ton of foundations launched in the month of August, and later on this week, I am planning on uploading a video ranking all of the foundations that have recently launched, probably in like the last month, because I know that so many of you guys are like overwhelmed trying to find that perfect foundation for you. I'm hoping to have that video up by at least Thursday, just because I do have 2 more to test out. So fingers crossed I can pull that off. But we're gonna go ahead and get started on the products that I would recommend to you guys. So I'm not gonna talk about any of the new foundation launches just because I'm gonna wait for that video. So I have created a sale video. I will link the last few that I've done in the description box down below in case you wanna check those out. But I try not to repeat myself, so I'm gonna try not to, you know, kind of overlap some of these products. But you guys, I do have to talk about this. This is from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Hollywood Falls filter. Oh my gosh, you guys know how much I love this. I've been testing out so many foundations. I haven't used this for a while and it's driving me crazy because I love the way that it looks underneath my foundation. Now, some people like to apply it over foundation. Some people like to apply it under. It just gives that skin that glow. It looks like a highlighter, but it's so creamy that it blends so good into your skin that it becomes your skin. It's like the perfect liquid highlighter. I'm obsessed with it. I have it in the shade 5. I cannot recommend this to you guys enough. I absolutely love it. The next Charlotte Tilbury product, you guys, I know, but this is so good. It is so good. I did not love it when I first bought it, and I am in love with it now. This is the powder that I use to kind of just go over my pores and smooth everything out. Now, I've been wanting to do it with the foundation that I'm testing right now, but I don't have it on right now and I really need it. Like, I can see all of this little bit of texture, a little bit of those wrinkles, a little bit of those pores, and this just smooths everything out. It is like magic. And even if you're somebody that doesn't like a lot of powder, this is still beautiful over the skin because it's not thick and it's not heavy. It's so finely milled that it just, oh, you guys, it's so good. It's so good on this. It's so good. It is so good. I'm going to talk about this. This is the Hourglass Veil Powder, and you know that I am not somebody that wears a lot of thick, heavy powders, and I normally don't use a lot of setting powders. But when I have a foundation that's just a little bit too dewy, or I'm taking pictures that day, or the foundation I'm wearing, I need it to last a little bit longer, I will throw this on, and it is such a good powder, you guys. Like, it's very expensive, and I think that's one of the main reasons why it's nice to pick it up during a Sephora sale. but it's a good powder. And even though I'm somebody that doesn't like a lot of powders, this is not heavy. It just sets everything into place and it gives you that nice finish without being overwhelming. So if you're looking for a good setting powder that's not heavy and not cakey, or let's just say that you're like me and you went for a really long time with not ever wearing any powders and you're interested in looking at maybe wearing a powder or trying out a powder, you can buy the smaller version of this and try it out and see if you like it. Or you can just, you know, get the big one. I can promise you this does not look heavy on the skin. It does not age you. It doesn't look cakey. Now, I do not set my under eyes, and still to this day, I've not found a powder that really works under my eyes, but everywhere else, I just love this. It is a really good setting powder. Okay, next up are these two wands from Charlotte Tilbury. This contour wand is one of the best liquid contour wands I've ever used. You know that I love the KKW Beauty contour stick. I wear that in shade tan, but it's a warmer shade. This one from Charlotte Tilbury is a cool tone, and this is the shade Fair Medium, and it is so perfect. The way that it blends into the skin, it's almost like magic. And you can blend it in with your finger, you can blend it in with your brush. I don't really recommend blending it in with your sponge. You could, but I think you're going to end up using more. My recommendation is, you know, I like this brush. This is the Luxie 680 Pro Precision Face Brush. So as you can see, it has an angle on it and it's like a real stubby brush. So it fits the curve of my cheekbone right there, like perfectly. But let's just say that you don't have a brush like this. I actually, for those of you who are curious, I got this brush in the BoxyCharm Boxy Luxe sometime last year, and it was a big kit of all these different Luxie brushes, and that's where this one came from. So just FYI. But let's just say that you don't have a brush like that. I recommend going in with your foundation brush. So whatever brush you use to put in your foundation, go in with this and kind of just tap it into place and kind of create that line. Then if you want to go over it with a sponge and kind of smooth it out, you totally can. But the problem with the sponge going directly over top of it is you're going to end up using more and you're going to end up wasting it. But this is one of my favorite liquid contours. So if you're somebody, like, I don't really like a lot of powder contour. Powder contour is harder for me because I feel like it gets a little bit muddy and a little bit patchy. A cream contour works just so much better for me. So if you're somebody that's interested in trying a cream contour, this is so good, like so good. The Hollywood Beauty Light Wand is gorgeous. Now she recently released another shade. This is the Spotlight shade. This was her traditional shade. And then she released a shade that's gold. I actually ended up sending mine back because it was just a little bit too dark for my skin. That's what Spotlight looks like. And the thing that I love about this, so let's just say that you're somebody that doesn't like to wear a powder highlighter. I want to look like I'm wearing highlighter, but I don't want everybody to know. That's what this is. You can blend it into your skin so fast. Both of these, the way that she created these products and the way that they blend into the skin, even the liquid blush, same thing. Like, all of these liquid products are just amazing and blend so beautifully into the skin. The way that they blend is such a natural blend, and you won't see any lines around it. Like, it'll just be so smoothly blended. You can totally use your finger. It's just unbelievable. Like, any of these, if you're interested in a contour one, if you're interested in a highlighter one, if you're interested in a blush that's a liquid, you guys, these will not let you down. And right now during the sale is the perfect time to maybe pick one up, try it out, see if you like it, and then before the sale ends, maybe you can pick up another product because you like her liquid formula, because they all blend into the skin the exact same. They just all have different purposes. So moving on to another highlighter that oh my gosh, I am so obsessed with this. I'm gonna run out of this shade. I'm gonna have to buy a new one. But this is the DIOR number 2 Glitz palette. This peach shade is absolutely stunning. This one right here. The way that it blends, you guys, I can't describe it. It's almost like having a cream form, but it's in a powder. It's so soft. but yet so beautiful. And my favorite thing to do is once I have my highlighter on, I like to go in and just kind of go over top of it and make it just pop. It's a nice palette. I really like it. The last sale, I bought this, and I have been wanting this blush for so long. Like, I had had it on my list for probably a year. This is the Hourglass Ambient Blush in the shade Incandescent Electra, and it's kind of a really beautiful, like, peachy tone. Oh my gosh. Last sale, I finally picked it up, and oh, look how beautiful that is. It is so natural on the skin. It does have a little bit of a shimmer, but it's not like a shimmer where you can see the shimmer. If you guys have ever used the Hourglass products, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's a beautiful shade without being super shimmery. Oh my gosh. Every time I wear this, somebody asks me what blush I'm wearing. This is something that I regret not buying sooner. Like, I wish that I would have bought this a long time ago because it is that good. They have tons of different shades, and they do have some mini sizes. Unfortunately for me, they did not have this in the mini size, so I wasn't able, that's why I had to just, you know, break down and buy the big one. But I'm so glad I did because I absolutely love it. But if there's a shade that you're interested in and they have it in the mini size, I would definitely pick it up and try it and see if you like it, because there is something beautiful about their powders, like their face products. They're just, oh, they're so good. Okay, the next blush I want to talk about is from Cover FX. You guys know that these recently launched, and I love them. These are so good. I only like this shade, and I don't think I'll be getting another blush, but I am going to get the bronzer during the sales. Let's just say that you like the Hourglass, but you're kind of like, yeah, I don't know that I want it to be shimmery all the time. That's where this kind of comes into play. Now, don't get me wrong. Again, this is not super shimmery. Like, I want to make that clear. I want to show you guys just how beautiful this is, but it's not super shimmery. It's not overdone. It just gives the skin just that beautiful glow. So you can get the matte side, but then some of those days that you just want to pop a little bit of something over top, you can just go back and forth between these two and put it on, and it's absolutely beautiful. It is a really, really good blush. The bronzer I want to talk about is from Fenty. You guys, this is hands down one of my favorite bronzers. Every time I use this, it warms up my skin, and it blends so beautifully. I'm pretty picky with bronzers just because, as I said earlier, I don't like using a powder contour because I don't like it to be too muddy, and that's kind of how I am with my bronzers. But this formula is so smooth, and the way that it blends into the skin, I have it in the shade Beijing Guile, I don't know. But the way that it blends into the skin is like perfection. So if you guys have been needing a new bronzer, I recommend checking out the ones from Fenty. She has tons of different shades, and the formula is just perfection, you guys. Like, it is so perfect. Now, you guys know that I could not do this video without talking about this palette. I am so obsessed with this palette. Like, absolutely obsessed. Not only do I love the bronzer, it is so good. It's highly pigmented though, so just be very, 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 very careful, especially if you're like fair or light skinned. Just go in with a very light hand and build slowly because it's pretty pigmented. But it is such a good palette, Bronze and Glow palette enough. It is just so perfect, and I love all the highlighters with it, and it just goes together, especially on those bronzy days. Oh, it's so good. Now, I briefly want to talk about this. I just got this from Hourglass. I recently talked about this in my makeup haul video. This is the new Hourglass eyebrow pencil. It's called a Brow Micro Sculpting Pencil. I actually chose the shade Soft Brunette, and it is so good. The reason why I love this pencil so much is you see how flat that tip is? So it's one of those that's kind of got that flat tip, and it's really, really tiny, and it gives you the perfect hair stroke, and it is just really good. I do think the Soft Brunette is a little bit too light for me, but I do use it in those areas where I kind of want to keep it light. But it has a nice little spoolie on the other side. The other brow product is this one from Benefit. This is called the 24-Hour Brow Setter. And not only do I love the formula on this, but I love the brush. It has the short bristles on the top, and they're a little bit longer on the bottom. The brush is just shaped perfectly, and the product is just, I can't live without it. It is just such a good brow gel. If you've been looking for a really good brow gel to kind of set your brows into place, this is like budge proof, and it's a really, really dependable. The only time I have to fix it is if I like put my shirt on and take it back off or something, and all I have to do is just kind of go up like this with my fingers. The thing that I like about this product is it doesn't feel like glue. It just sets them into place, but it doesn't feel real thick and real heavy, you know? Like I go in with one coat. If you go in too many times with too many coats, it can feel that way, but because I only go in with one coat, it's such a good product, you guys. It's so good. Okay, so let's move on to the eyeshadows. Now I know that there's been a lot of new launches from Eyeshadow palettes. I know the Sunrise palette, the Coral palette, the new Anastasia Beverly Hills and Jackie Aina palette. There's been a lot, but I know that you guys already know what those are, and so I thought I would kind of not use those in this video, and I would kind of just go through and kind of give you other recommendations. I know we're coming up on fall, and there are a few palettes here that I personally love for the fall time. The first one I'm going to talk about is, this is the Kristen Dominique Latte palette, and you know, getting 20% off of this one would be amazing because you're getting really good quality. Look at these yummy fall shadows. I mean, they're perfect. Her formula is very buttery, very beautiful. Like these shades right here are just so perfect, but these three shimmer shades will blow your mind. They are unbelievable. So check this out. Look at these. Oh, they are so good. Wait, I got the wrong thing. Look. Oh, they are so good. They are so good. That macchiato shade right here, absolutely perfection. This cream brulee, all of these are just so beautiful. They're very creamy shimmer shadows and very easy to work with, little to no fallout, and all of these shades are just so perfect to incorporate these shades with it. I don't normally use these shades here on the bottom, but I mean, you know, taking these two out, she did that to add a little bit of pop color, which I totally appreciate. But look at that for the fall. I mean, that's like it's kind of a perfect fall palette. So I definitely wanted to mention this one because I do really love her quality of her eyeshadows, and the Latte palette was her very first palette, and I have just gotten so much use out of it, and it's just really, really a good formula. The other thing that I absolutely love is this from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Eyes to Mesmerize. And this one is actually in the shade Rose Gold. I'm actually going to pick up a few of these in the sale, but I love this formula. I wore this all summer long. I like to just, you can use your finger, you can use a brush. You do want to be careful not to put too much down, because if you put too much down, it can crease. This is what the Rose Gold looks like. So what I like about this is it's like mess free. Because it's a cream, it's so mess free. Like if you're like in a rush and you don't want to bring out any eyeshadow and you don't want to have any of the risk of having a fallout situation all over your concealer and it drives you crazy, you can pull something like this out and you can put it just kind of on the lid and be out the door. It's so beautiful that it just blends right into the eye. Now the way I like to wear this is just to ensure that it's not going to crease. I like to put down a nice, any type of concealer or eyeshadow primer down, and then I like to go over it with a little bit of powder, kind of set it into place just like I would if I was going to go in with a powder eyeshadow, and then I like to put this over top, kind of blend it in with my finger, or sometimes I'll just take a brush like this and I will just go down in there and take a little bit, build a little bit at a time. So grab just a little bit and use that to spread it all around, and just keep using that amount to build it. If you use too much of it, it will get creasy. So if you don't want it to crease, set down your oils, lock them down underneath the product by using, you know, maybe an eyeshadow primer or a concealer, setting it with powder, kind of lock the oils down, and then going with this, and then just using a thin amount. But this is so good, so hassle-free, and so easy to use, and I am obsessed with them. The other products I'm going to talk about are also from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Hot Lips 2, and I'm obsessed with the shades of these. I got the shade Glowing Jen, and I actually bought this on accident. I was supposed to get JK Magic, and I ordered this one on accident, and I love it. They last long, they look beautiful, they stay kind of shiny. I am really, really loving the formula. They kind of give that gloss to the lips. But the thing that I will say that's negative about these, and I discussed this in another video, I'm not exactly sure, I can't remember off the top of my head which one it was. The packaging is very beautiful, but mine are starting to kind of get chipped and kind of peel. These are a little little bit more expensive because of the packaging. And as you can see, some of the writing is starting to kind of chip. That was just from being down in my purse, like in a side pocket. The packaging, yet though it's very pretty, you know, this is what it looks like, you know, 2 months later. So just be mindful of that. But the product itself is just really good. I mean, it is a dang good lipstick. It is so good. And finally, I'm only gonna talk about one gloss. This is the time to pick up this Hourglass gloss. You guys, I love this. So this is their Unreal Gloss. I have it in the shade Child. It is gorgeous. It is so beautiful. And it's really pigmented gloss, and what I like about it is that it doesn't leave like a film on my tongue. It's really good quality. It's a beautiful gloss, and it has kind of a minty taste to it, which is kind of fun. And if you can get it during the sale, take full advantage because they are good glosses. So now I'm going to briefly discuss what I'm going to be picking up during the sale. This is just on my list so far. First things first, I'm going to be replacing my KEVYN Aquan. It is called the Expert Mascara. A follower of mine had told me that she thought that I would love this mascara, and she was right. This is a fantastic mascara for those of you that like a fuller lash. So this isn't really going to give you the length per se, but it gives you a full looking lash. And mine is dried up, and I just kind of keep using other mascaras that I have here, but I need this. Like, I've been missing this so much because it gives my eyes just such a full look. I actually took a picture of my lashes and sent them to a friend of mine back in like February. When I first got this mascara, it just looks full, and that's what I love about this. It just really gives me that fullness and the volume, and I love it so much. The other thing that I like about this is it's like budge proof. It does not move. It doesn't give you like raccoon eyes. It's a fantastic mascara for a fuller look. Not necessarily a lot of length, so just be mindful of that. But the other thing is, obviously, I'm going to be ordering probably another shade of the Eyes to Mesmerize. I'm also going to be stocking up. I've already went through, this is my little tub that I keep down here, but this is a TATCHA Dewy Skin Cream. Oh my gosh, have I missed this. This is like survival for me. I love this so much. It is so hydrating and just amazing. It's so good. If you guys have dry skin or even normal skin, this dewy skin cream will change your life. It's that good. So I've already went through the big tub of mine, and I'm going to be ordering me another one, but it's so good, you guys. I'm also going to be ordering the TATCHA Silk Peony Melting Eye Cream, and I've heard so many people raving about this eye cream, and I have to have it. Like, I have to. I've heard it's incredible because it's not like a cream. It's almost like a balm, and you put it on the eye. I mean, if you look at the reviews, it has a 4.7 out of 5 stars. That's out of 562 reviews. So that's definitely on my list. The other thing I have written down is the Laura Mercier new Tinted Moisturizer. I've heard people talk about that they really enjoyed this. I'm going to be ordering that, and definitely I will give you guys a review on it, but that is on my list. The other one is the Olaplex No. 7 Bonding Oil. So that is new from Olaplex, and if you guys are new to my channel, I am obsessed with the Olaplex system. The Olaplex shampoo and conditioner system is incredible. If you have never tried the Olaplex shampoo and conditioner, it is so good. My hair is so much more shiny, so much more healthy, so much just everything better since I started using Olaplex. You guys, Olaplex is the bomb. It's highly concentrated, so you only need a teeny bit. I buy it for my entire family, and I have heard everybody raving about it, and that is on my list. So I'm going to be buying 2 mascaras, but I want to try the new IT Cosmetics Blowout Mascara. Just because I'd heard somebody talk about it the other day, and they were saying that it was really good, and it's supposed to be kind of like a fuller mascara. It does have really good reviews, so I was curious about it. I'll definitely let you guys know how I like it. I'll also be ordering the Charlotte Tilbury in the JK Magic in the Hot Lips too. That is on my list. I might order an extra of the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Falls filter just because I always have to have it on hand. Yeah. And I'm also going to be ordering the bronzer of this Cover FX because I've been really wanting to try the bronzer form of this. So that is also on my list. So that's it for my Sephora sale suggestion video. I hope that this video was helpful for you guys. I tried not to be repetitive and maybe not talk about the same products that everybody else is talking about. Kind of wanted to give you guys a little bit different options than everybody else because we all have our own different need and want in what we want, and there's been a lot of new products released recently, and I just thought it would be fun just to kind of bring out some of the products that nobody's talking about. If you guys are interested, I will leave my previous videos of my Sephora sale suggestion videos down in the description box down below so you guys can check them out. But thank you guys so much. I hope you guys have a wonderful day filled with love and joy. I will see you guys in my next video, and I love you all so much. Bye.